What's up, guys? Jay Martin here. Hope you're doing good. So, let's talk a little bit about perfectionism or overthinking. By the way, stick to the end and let me know if you get any value on this. In my opinion, this is a pretty important one, especially if you want to make better day to day decisions or decisions in general. Scientists have studied the biggest factor on what makes people most successful, not just in money, but in life. And of course, it translates to money as well, because if you can identify making proper decisions, there wouldn't be any need to overthink. And there's a way to mitigate that process of overthinking. Now, in two words, if you were to take anything from this video, any key that you can take away, plain and simple, develop conscientiousness. But if you don't stick to the end of what I'm about to say, it's not going to help you much, and you'll probably leave this video the same person you are had you not click on this video. Anyways, what comprises the word conscientiousness, and what tips do I know that's helped me massively with overthinking? Alright, we'll get into that in a minute, as well as a few tactical things that you can implement today. So, conscientiousness includes prudence, diligence, organization, and perfectionism. So, all these things sort of blur together. But have I known this earlier would have helped me a lot more in life. If you want to make better decisions, you raise your conscientiousness. Not just work harder, not just get a better college degree, not just get a better diploma piece of paper. Forget all that. This is the core crux of the matter, the root of the matter. I'm not saying I'm any expert here. I'm not like a guru, like I've said in my previous videos. I'm just a friend that likes to give everything I wish I known earlier. I don't go around telling this to people I actually know in real life because, for one, it's a bit weird if I tell them all these rants or things without them asking. So if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you want to take something away here, because ultimately, no school, no parent will tell you this. It's sad because it's literally a superpower. I mean, instead, we're taught useless things like the periodic table. This never been applicable to my life. I mean, have you seen kids nowadays who think they can go through life problems with knowing calculus or the isosceles triangle, all that dumb stuff? No. But here's what conscientiousness is. Like I said, it's four main things that builds it up. So number one is prudence, which if you Google the definition, it's the ability to make wise decisions. So prudence. We all know that one person that chooses to spend two times the cost of something, which they could have gotten for a cheaper price, and it's the exact same thing. Or the person that gets into a relationship with someone and you all know it isn't a good match for them, and they just lock themselves into that situation. You get the idea. That's low prudence. The second thing is diligence, or what they call industriousness. That's working hard when you need to, not like being lazy. It's just you know what's worth working for. That's easy to understand. The third one is organization. Organization is not like writing a to-do list. It's putting it in order and prioritizing which one is better off checking out first. I know a lot of people that writes a to-do list and puts it all randomly in order. The most important is at the bottom and the least important is at the top. And the short-term and long-term goals are mixed up together. And so the idea is, can you organize your day? Can you organize your thoughts? That's a third thing. The fourth thing, and this is a big one, the fourth thing is called perfectionism. That means, do you double and triple check your work? Some people, you give them an assignment and you ask them, hey, is it double checked? And they go like, yeah, probably. Like, no, not probably. You check the damn work. If you're kind of stupid or you don't have common sense, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I am too. You learn best from mistakes. Just check it 30 times. So you better double or triple check more. When you get on an airplane, you know why there's basically no airplane crashes in the world as a ratio of how many flights are taking place every single day? Simple. There's a system called Six Sigma. Big companies use it. If you're an engineer, engineers use it. And Six Sigma says you only make 3 defects per million transactions, or 3 mistakes per million actions. So how does that work? That seems outrageous. How can out of 1,000,000 flights can there be only 3 mistakes? There's a system for that. The one we've mentioned, Six Sigma. There's a checklist. When you get on an airplane, There's an airplane co-pilot reading off the list, double checking, triple checking, everything. They don't just take off. They go, all right, hydraulics, hydraulics, landing gear, check. The electric thing, check. Check everything and then double check it. And people can't figure out why they keep making the same mistakes. I can. You're not a perfectionist. But most importantly, I should be clear, prudence, which we talked about earlier, which is making wise decisions, there's a time when you shouldn't be a perfectionist. So, see how these things build off of each other? Also, I'm sure you've seen this for yourself, but most people with low prudence, they're perfectionists, but they're perfectionists over idiotic things. They'll have their hair done perfectly, or their clothes matching perfectly. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Their eyebrows done perfectly. Male or female, by the way, I'm not picking on one or the other. They all have their shoes shined perfectly, or they take 1,000 tries to get the perfect picture or video. But then their life is on shambles. I'm like, bro, why don't you just have your hair a little bit messier, but have an awesome life? They go, huh? What do you mean? I'm supposed to be a perfectionist. No, perfectionist in the important stuff. Like be a perfectionist in operating your business or how you present your ideas. So that's the four things in conscientiousness. There's also sub-facets like awareness and stuff like that, but I won't digress into it. There's some things you probably already know. Just wanted to share the more important stuff. Some of the tactical things that you could apply to your life that can help you today to help your mental clarity and emotional regulation to be more emotionally regulated. Some of the best pieces of advice that I've gotten is if you're angry or if you get an unhappy message or text and you want to respond, don't respond for 24 hours, right? What does that do? It gives you time to calm down. Your emotions subside, the hormones go down, and you're in a better mood or better mental state 24 hours later. It's funny, here's a personal story. My dad sometimes gives me a call at night asking if he could sleep in my house when his girlfriend and him gets in a heated argument. After the next day, when they go to see each other, they're fine. Sort of a red flag for the girl. I tell my dad that, but you know. I think people already know this, but people just don't act on it because socially, we're not conditioned to act on it. Why don't we study how to control our moods? What a masterful skill that would be if you could say, well, right now, I want to be in a curious state. And then you could genuinely set yourself on a curious state. Or you say, I want to be in a state of gratitude. And then you set yourself in a state of gratitude. Being in a state of gratitude scientifically shows that you can make better decisions. You don't necessarily make the best decisions when you're stressed out or anxious. Typically, you regret the decisions you make when you're feeling angst. But you can train yourself to see and be appreciative on the small things, and in an instant shift your physiology and become in a state of gratitude. So I think the mind in itself is like a muscle, and it could be trained and it can be conditioned. And if it's like a muscle, it should make sense that you should also give it the time to rest. It's essentially working 24 hours, and now that we're overexposed to a lot of external distractions, that makes it almost virtually impossible. But that's why they preach the importance of meditation and things like that. So that's my take. Let me know what you guys think. I'd always love to know. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to check out my other stuff and subscribe for more content. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Been your boy J Martin. Peace and love.